Now, Prince Harry has addressed the United Nations overnight to mark Nelson Mandela Day. The Duke of Sussex arrived hand in hand with his wife Meghan Markle for the couple's first public appearance since the Queen's Jubilee last month. The Prince spoke about the long-lasting legacy of Mr Mandela.
For me, there's one photo in particular that stands out. On my wall and in my heart every day is an image of my mother and Mandela meeting in Cape Town in 1997. But when I first looked at the photo, straight away what jumped out was the joy on my mother's face, the playfulness, cheekiness even, the pure delight to be in communion with another soul so committed to serving humanity.
Harry also raised the issue of climate change, calling on world leaders to act now. Daily Mirror Royal Editor Russell Myers joins us now. Russell, first question, why was he chosen to address the UN General Assembly about Nelson Mandela, apart from having a photo of his mum on the wall with him?
Yeah, well, good morning, Koshi. Good morning, Nat. I mean, your guess is as good as mine, Koshi, because a lot of people around the world, I think, are scratching their heads. I mean, poor old Harry, you looked at the people that had gathered and there weren't too many of them in the room. So you can make of that what you will. I'm sure a lot of people around the world will be hearing about his speech, may have even tuned in. I mean, he tackled some really big issues, climate change, the weapon of lies and disinformation on the internet. He even waded in, which is quite brave for a British prince to be speaking about constitutional issues in the United States, but the big Roe versus Wade scandal that is ongoing in the US. So listen, a lot of people are wondering why Harry spoke about it. As ever with him, he will divide opinion, and I think this is one of those instances.
Because I suppose they're not allowed to speak about political issues, but is he a member of the royal family anymore? Does it matter?
Well, again, I think it does. I mean, you know, we shouldn't have a British prince, as I said, wading into political issues like this. And this is a huge, huge issue in the United States. It will certainly ruffle feathers. I mean, you talk about why Harry was there. Why on earth was Meghan Markle there? She seemed to be only there to be holding his hand throughout the ceremony. And he didn't look too happy about it when it was picked up on the cameras. But listen, sometimes they're damned if they do, damned if they don't, these two. And I'm sure Harry has an awful lot to say, but maybe, you know, we should all be questioning someone who is speaking about climate change and is still riding around in big gas-guzzling motors and flying on private jets. It just doesn't sit well with the majority of people, I think. Yeah,
just looking at those pictures, there were lots of empty chairs, not many people in the room, but he did have a nice memory of that photo of Mandela and Princess Diana, didn't he?
He did, and again, this is something that Harry is always going to be attached to throughout his life. The memories of his mother, this is something that he's spoken about publicly in the past. It was a nice story. Again, he's speaking on the International Mandela Day at the UN. It was very apt for the moment, and that photo, I think a lot of people have seen that in the past, and it did stir some pretty nice memories. So not all bad for Harry. I don't think we can knock him for that.
Okay. Russell, thank you very much for your summation.